Lootbound is out today, and this is one of those games that was basically made for the Steam Deck. With this video, I want to talk more about it, so let's get into it. Lootbound is a dark fantasy tactical roguelite from ArtDock, and you lead an expedition through a directed map much like Slay the Spire. You fight turn-based battles, you pick up loot, and you try to reach the boss before the whole run falls apart. You start each run with a single hero and you can build out a party of companions, and you can pick up items, and you have different synergies between the items and all the different champions. If you've played Darkest Dungeon, Slay the Spire or For the King, you know the shape of this type of game. The hook is pretty much greed. You're constantly deciding whether to bank what you've already got or push for one more encounter and risk losing all of it. Now the part I actually like the most with this game here is the inventory. Loot isn't just a reward you collect and forget about it, it's what your build is actually made of. You're carrying items, you're swapping them around between fights, and you're deciding what's worth the space. The actual loot has to be sort of organized like if you're playing Tetris. It sounds like busy work on paper, but in practice, I think it's where most of the fun happens with this game. Two runs with the same party can play completely differently depending on what loot you picked up and how you distributed it. And you can get to your inventory straight from the map, so you're not fighting menus to make a change. And this game has full controller support, so it's actually really easy to play on the Steam Deck. Combat itself is turn-based and built around party roles, enemy threats, and whatever your current build is doing. It's very easy to understand, and you can see why something went wrong, for example, which matters a lot in the genre where you're going to lose a ton of runs. This was one of the top 50 most played demos during Steam Next Fest, out of more than 4,000 games, and it won the People's Choice Award at Nordic Games 2026. So I think it's a really cool game and it deserves the spotlight. Now on the Steam Deck side, the game, as I said, has full controller support. There really isn't any graphic settings that you can adjust. You can touch VSync, resolution and full screen, and that's pretty much the whole menu. Normally I'd have something to say about this, but for a turn-based game, there's nothing here that really needs tuning, so it doesn't really cost you anything. This game is 656 megabytes and it runs offline, so you can take it on a flight or anywhere without a connection and you're not gonna have any issues with it. And with battery life on the OLED at 60 FPS, I was getting 7 hours and 30 minutes, and at 30 FPS, that goes up to 8 hours and 15 minutes, and for LCD I was getting around 6 hours at 60 FPS and about 6.5 hours at 30 FPS. Either way, this is the kind of battery life you almost never see, and it just suits how this game is played. Runs are self-contained, you can put it down between expeditions, and you don't have to plan your evening around carrying a charger with you. Between that battery life and that install size, I think this game is gonna stay installed on my Steam Deck forever, and I'll just be doing 1 or 2 runs every now and then. My recommendation is to just run this game at 30 FPS to get some more battery life out of it, and I really enjoyed it on the Steam Deck. I think it works great, I think it looks great, and I think the Steam Deck is the perfect platform for it. That's gonna be it for this one. If you guys enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like. If you hated it, leave a dislike and let me know what I can do to improve. And if you're into Steam, Steam Deck, Steam hardware and gaming handhelds, consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.